All right, so we have our fixed rated payroll with John and Pat in the payroll. And after we've created this payroll, we were then informed by the time and attendance person that John was absent on the 13th. So how do we go ahead and add that absent record? So if I open John's profile, I'll open this in a new tab. There's an absent section. I can say, hey, add an absent. And on the 13th of May, John was absent. I hit save. If I go back to payroll, refresh this page, you'll notice that nothing has changed. However, we need to hit recalculate for TechlifyHR to consider the adjustments. If I hit recalculate here, we'll see John's salary went down, or his payment received went down from 190 to 183,000. Now, there is a faster way to do this, and this is by using the adjustments button that we have here. So for John had an overtime as well on the 16th of May. So I'm going to go ahead and add the overtime. So on May 16th, I need to specify the salary for John. Yeah, that's his new salary. He had 2 hours of overtime, and the overtime rate is 1.5. I'll go ahead and save that, and once again recalculate. We'll see the amounts get adjusted here. Now, what you cannot do from the adjustments is if you made a mistake with the adjustment. So let's assume that we realize that it wasn't 2 hours overtime that John worked, but it was 3 hours, and that's where the tabs come in handy on the employee's profile. So if I go to the overtimes tab on John's profile, I'll see the record here, and I can go ahead and update this and say, hey, it was 3 hours overtime that John worked, not 2. Come back to my payroll, hit recalculate again, and once again we see the value adjusted. All right. Just coming back to our payroll, if we go to Paysheet as well, there are some options that you can make use of on Paysheet. So you'll see absent deduction showing up here, and you have the overtime amount. Now, there are a host of other columns that you can enable on your Paysheet. We'll delve into that. But if you wanted a breakdown of day-to-day as to when an employee is absent, as an example, you click on here. We'll see that it was the 13th of May for 8 hours John was absent, which is the entire day for John because he works 8 hours a day. And that, in a nutshell, is how you go about managing absence and overtimes for employees and how you integrate it with payroll.